Hey guys, just want to give you a quick heads up that right now you can get the new Pixel 8 Pro that came out in October of 2023 this year for only $7.99. I'll leave a link below where you can pick that up. Yeah, good phone, way better than the 6 and 7. Still has the visor. The cameras are probably better than the Apple and the Samsung for photos. Apple still has pretty smooth, a little bit smoother videos in comparison, but the Pixel has gotten pretty good. I would say it's almost on par.
G3 processor. It's the latest in the Tensor line. Looking at benchmarks, starting off with Geekbench 6, we've got a single core score of 1,733, multi-core score of 3,758. Now, how does it stack up against the iPhone 15 Pro Max and the Galaxy S23 Ultra? Both scores are lower, and it's actually a bigger gap with the multi-core scores for both devices, with at least a 2,000 gap and almost a 4,000 gap with the iPhone. So you can clearly see there that there's some work, but it's still a huge improvement, especially on the single core scores. Now, when we go to GPU benchmark scores here for the Pixel 8 Pro, what do we get? Well, we have a score of 4,864, which is a huge gap in OpenCL scores compared to the Galaxy at over 9,000, and the iPhone, of course, is marks differently, of course, because it uses metal at 27,000. But this might be an indication of what heavy GPU use might look like with the Pixel 8 Pro. Now, when we look at 3D Mark scores here, we do have an overall score of 2,329, and you can see how it stacks up against other devices, and against the Galaxy S23 Ultra, it is only better than 1% of Galaxy S23 devices overall. So that score is pretty low, but you know what? Let's decide by looking at some of the games we have to play. And we'll be recording those benchmarks using the built-in game dashboard with the Pixel 8 Pro, which allows you to see your FPS on screen, because my game bench doesn't actually work with Android 14 yet at this. A lot of people play all around the world, and want to check two of the main settings on there. So there's Ultra HD Ultra, which is of course a high graphic intensive setting for PUBG Mobile, and this is standard across the board. We're getting 40 frames per second, which is similar to what you have on your Galaxy S23 Ultra and the iPhone 15 Pro Max in terms of at least just the benchmarks there. So really nice clean performance on there. Now, when we move over to Extreme HDR, we also got some really nice frame rates. We saw it go at 60 frames per second. It might have moved slightly higher than 60 in certain situations, but it did it.
So $400 less than an iPhone Pro Max 15 or an S23 Ultra. So yeah, good deal. Go ahead and pick it up at that link below. See ya.